Ethereum now has greater than 51% or 54% of OFAC compliant blocks. So I guess obviously in the immediate aftermath of the merge, the price didn't really do as well as the Ethereum hype would indicate, and I think probably the Bitcoin BTC community also had a heavily vested interest in spreading what I'm going to say is FUD, but it's not even necessarily FUD. Some of it's just facts, which is to kind of say, okay, you guys have switched away from proof of work and observing what effects that has had in the ecosystem. So part of that has been this whole powwow over OFAC censorship, that basically if the government is putting on blacklists of you can't send to certain people or you can't do whatever, then you've compromised censorship resistance. And what are we doing here with crypto in the first place? And Ethereum is somewhat more at risk of it because there was services that help people provide MEV, mine extractable value from, for instance, if I'm going to buy a certain token, if you're the miner, you can buy that token before I buy it because you're in control of what goes into the block, and then sell it after I've bought it as well. So you can kind of sandwich your transaction, you can take my transaction and put each of your own transactions on each side, and then make a profit by front running you basically, right? So there's a lot of categories of things like that that you can do to make money as a miner. And so in order to, exploit all that, there's services that help with block construction, I'm fairly sure is how it works. And then they, make sure that the miners are making the most amount of money out of that. But the problem is if those services are then complying with the regulations and willing to add censorship, then that essentially adds a layer at which the censorship can get in there. And well, seems like more than half of the nodes are now under that category. So there's certainly some more nuance to it. I was reading, I've got linked here on the slides, a really good thread on our cryptocurrency where there was a lot of back and forth with some people are saying, obviously from a more like BTC kind of point of view, like you guys are just straight up, you've already been 51% attacked and you're basically censored even though you don't realize it. And then there's more sort of Ethereum apologist kind of takes, which was more, from my point of view, kind of a bit of cope.